this plantation Barbie, I agree. I would never call you napkin American to your face. I would probably go with something like rice rascal, no purpose flour, chalk child. Chalk child is a personal favorite. I love using that one. What about lice lieutenant? Do you prefer lice lieutenant? When do you have lice? Walking ranch. That's the one for you. You are a walking ranch. Yeah?
In this round, here's Charles Big Angry Adams.
You know, Cornell, we live in America for decades now, where if a white person went out publicly and used horribly awful, profane, pejorative language directed at another race, that there would be a brigade canceling them, appropriately so. Right? But we also live in America where, we're 6-7 years into this, where you feel free to call me all kind of racialized pejoratives, and often are doing it in the same breath that you're complaining about racism, right? I've always found criticizing people for immutable characteristics is the province of the stupid. Like, I hate people. I wish I didn't. I wish I was more Christ-like. But there are individuals in this world that I hate, that I got nothing good for, right? But I hate them because of their individual bad acts, not because of their complexion. And I would never criticize them for their complexion. You feel very comfortable doing it. This TikTok user feels very comfortable doing it. I didn't get lice lieutenant. I guess lice are white. I don't know. I've never dealt with it. Walking ranch sounds as if my tasty Eurocentric taste buds could snap my fingers and a bottle of ranch would walk all over to me and I could pour it on everything. But explain to me why it's okay, Quanell. Why is it okay?
Let me say this, Charles. I want to first tell you I appreciate you opening up and sharing with us.
My pain.
And confessing to us what you've been dealing with and what you've been going through.
Thank you.
Confession's good for the soul. But I'm glad you also admit that you hate, because you're hiding your
I hate individuals,
hate.
not groups.
You're hating your hate. You're hiding that hate behind immutable characteristics of some. I don't think so. Not actions of others either. I think you just like to hate, won't tell the truth. But this, obviously, this sister here, beautiful black woman. She seems intelligent, well-spoken, but obviously
She literally just had a tirade of racial pejoratives. You call that well-spoken?
Look, white man, it's my turn to speak.
Okay, all right. As
Now,
if you don't interrupt me constantly.
Now, she said some hell of a things about a certain individual white woman that she was angry with. We didn't hear the whole opposite side of the story of what that white woman do to anger her like that to such a degree to where she went after her. I really believe that whoever hanged this sister was obviously using some type of racial animus toward her, and she responded likewise. She was not speaking to all white people. She was not making these derogatory statements or slurs about every white person. She was speaking about a certain demographic of white people in America who absolutely are racist. Those racist napkin Americans. That's a new one, but damn, I hadn't heard that before. I mean, man, she chalk people, my God, I hadn't heard that one either. But still, she's speaking to the racist whites in America, not all white people.
Well, okay, so there was a news story last week, a victim of a crime, robbery, violent robbery, him and his girlfriend. And when he was being interviewed in the aftermath, he referred to his robber as a damn black bastard, right? And then he was eviscerated on social media. And I am one to take the tack that someone's race has no bearing on whether they're a good or a bad person, right? And I do think it's inappropriate to condemn someone using a racialized descriptor, right? But are you okay with when someone suffers because of the violent crime, or they're a white man or a Hispanic person or an Asian person who suffers, is victimized by violent crime by a black man, right? Mm-hmm. Is it okay for him to use racial pejoratives?
I believe that that white man who was the victim of a heinous crime spoke out in a pain about a crime that took place against him and his fiance or his girlfriend, etc. And that white man called him a black bastard. Well, guess what? The brother who did that, exactly that, he is a black bastard.
So what if he used the other word?
Let me finish. What is a bastard? A bastard is an illegitimate child of God. And when you out there robbing innocent human beings, you're not of God. When you putting guns and weapons in people's face to take what they worked hard for, you're not a real child of God. You are a bastard. And so in this case, the bastard happened to be black. So we got to call it like it is. He's a black bastard. I know some black folks who would call him the same thing. You no good, dirty black bastard. So the white boy only say it out of pain. What had been done to him.
So as the rule should be, in your opinion, now you're making up, you're just fabricating this
like
woman's
when I say white bastard.
Right, because you've seen.
Because I say white bastard sometimes.
You've seen all of this that I've seen. Okay, and you're assuming that she has a justification for it. You're assuming that because of the color of her skin.
No, I'm assuming that there's another side to this story.
You're assuming this woman's
I believe there's a whole other side to the story.
She's the one telling the damn story. She posted the video.
She looks half white, Charles. This is a beautiful black woman, but she looked like Betty Crocker might be her mama. Or she looks like Ken from Barbie might be her daddy.
So if she's
but
biracial,
she's a beautiful black woman, but I believe she probably has a white parent.
Okay, again, you're just making stuff up. But
Charles,
that's
I
what
know
you
my
do.
people, Charles.
That's what you do.
Look
you
at
lie.
that sister.
Okay, you.
She got some European blood in her.
Anyhow, she clearly has hatred for white people.
No, she has hatred for the individual white woman,
okay.
the plantation Barbary that offended her 9 times out of 10 using something likewise.
Your rule, right? Your rule is if you're we've seen some statistics last couple of weeks, horrifying statistics. In fact, I think I saw in Minnesota, I think it's either 79 or 89% of the homicides are committed by African-American male violent criminals, right? Not African-American men generally, violent criminals. Absurdist statistic, right? So, and they have an outsized number. You know, crime is mostly racially homogenous, right? Like white people kill white people, Latin people kill Latin people, Asian people kill Asian people, with the exception of the African-American demographic, and especially so in Minnesota. So, is it okay for people that were victimized or their loved ones were victimized by violent crime by a black criminal, violent black criminal American, not just a black American, because most black Americans are law-abiding, right? Just like most other Americans are law-abiding. Would it be okay for them to use horrifying racial pejoratives like this directed at black people generally on social media? So let's say I was robbed at gunpoint. Well, no, let's say I was robbed at gunpoint, and I'm mad, and I'm too stupid to process that it's not the blackness, it's the individual, the soul, the person underneath the epidermis, which is just an organ. And I get on there and I say, this GD N-word. You don't think I should be canceled?
What I would say is...
Because I think I should be canceled if I did that.
No. What I would say is, I'm glad he finally revealed to all of us who he really is.
Jesus Christ. No,
I'm glad the anger and the emotion brought out of him, extracted out of him.
So it's not okay for white people, but it's okay for her.
That obviously the white man was right. He had a right to speak his mind.
Well, but you also
that
called
white
him
boy.
You're not calling her racist.
Speak his mind.
Okay, you're saying white boy's a racist.
I didn't say that.
Well, you said
I said that white boy spoke out of hurt and pain of being a victim of robbery, and the brother who did that was a black bastard.
Okay.
The same way you brought up Minnesota.
Okay.
All them white bastards who bringing them guns to Minnesota for brothers to kill each other.
I know. No personal responsibility.
Brothers don't have gun manufacturing plants. We don't make bullets in the hood.
These make-believe
white bastards
gun
make bullets and take them to the hood.
But at the end of the day, racial pejoratives are wrong. Whether directed at black people, white people, Asian people, and Latin people, you should stop using them all the damn time.
Them napkin Americans who bringing guns to Minnesota got them brothers killing each other.
Such a damn racist.
All these chump people bringing bullets to the hood for brothers to kill each other.
Hey, I'm walking ranch. Bring me that walking ranch.